With a bunch of 90s-based nostalgia being revived nowadays, it's no surprise that Nickelodeon would jump on that as well. Say what you want about it, but for the most part, I enjoy what Nickelodeon has to offer with their retro nostalgia throwbacks. Don't believe me? Check out my video I did on the Reptar Bar. Seeing how there's going to be an Invader ZIM TV movie on the way, I said what the hell, and let's talk about the comic revival. Oh, Invader ZIM, what Courage the Cowardly Dog was for Cartoon Network, this show was for Nick. It wasn't afraid to be scary. It wasn't afraid to be weird. It wasn't afraid to be stupid. But most of all, it wasn't afraid to be different. This show had quite possibly the darkest tone and sense of humor out of all the old school Nicktoons. With episodes involving Zim stealing kids' organs, Zim and Dib slowly turning into baloney, and Zim developing a mind-controlling zit that inevitably inflates and then pops, saying that this show got gross is a huge understatement. But with all that said, this show was freaking awesome! The show is about an inept alien invader named Zim, alongside his hilarious robot sidekick Gur, as they try to find out the weaknesses of planet Earth for the potential Urkin invasion coming soon. While it seems that every human in this show is an idiot that can't see through Zim's obvious disguises, one person does. Dib, a paranormal conspiracy nut and the son of a professional scientist, along with his borderline evil gamer sister Gaz. The fact that this show was so different and wasn't afraid to be morbid was part of its charm. But sadly, the dickheads over at Nickelodeon got nervous and pulled the show after 2 seasons. Even after certain episodes were planned and even some were finished, Nick had the show abruptly ended with the Christmas special, the most horrible Xmas ever. As good as this episode was, it was a bit sudden for a finale. They even make fun of the fact that a character didn't get a proper introduction, that character being Minnie Moose.
Oh, that's Minnie Moose, my other sidekick. Yep. Been with me the whole time.
Years go by and Zim builds up a cult following, even getting its own yearly convention, and people just want to see the franchise come back. Early 2015, it was announced the series was going to make a comeback in comic book form. A couple months after that, the comic was soon released. So, how's it fare up? Well, let's find out. This is Invader ZIM, issues 1 and 2. We begin with Recap Kid, a hyperactive fanboy who takes 2 pages to recap the general plot of the show. Before he finishes, he feels obliged to promote his fanfiction.
Actually, you should hear about my Invader ZIM episode I wrote. Yeah, I wrote one myself and I think it's pretty good. So it starts in my house, and I'm in it, and I'm all hey.
The story proper begins by zooming into Earth, landing on the Membrane household. Everything seems normal and that nothing has changed, but where is Dib? Gaz goes to get Dib out of his room for dinner when she discovers... Oh my goodness! It seems that over time, Dib has become a smelly, overweight shut-in with zero social life who has been fused with his squiggle chair, all because he's been spying on Zim's house with specifically placed cameras. Unbeknownst to Dib, Zim knew about this and has been deliberately doing nothing so that Dib would waste his time and lose strength and energy. And after all this time, what is Zim's evil plan? It's to switch his neighbor's mail. Ooh. But enough of that. Zim claims that he's got something worse in mind, much to Dib's misery. So Dib rolls his way back to his house and proclaims that for the sake of saving the world, he's gonna get back into shape, before getting hosed down by Gaz. Back in Zim's lair, Zim threatens an alien to give him information on a thing called the Gigantus Array at the expense of not erasing this alien's children. Damn, holding someone's children ransom, that's pretty messed up even for Zim. Then again, Jonan Vasquez did once say that his passion was drawing cute things in painful, horrific situations. This man is doing exactly what he loves, and God bless him for it. Dib successfully cleans himself up while singing his theme song. We're gonna need a montage. Montage. 1 week later, Dib is back at Zim's doorstep and ready to fight. Thankfully for Zim, he has a distraction. Minnie Moose. Yeah. What? He can't come out right now? Yeah. He's busy? I know he's busy. I'm here to stop him from whatever he's busy with. Yeah. Me? I'm Dib. I'm Zim's mortal enemy, you know. I'm here to put an end to Zim's reign of terror. How do you not know any of this? Yeah. You like my jacket? Thanks. I was really into the whole noirish spy thing back in the day. It's easy for that to look silly nowadays, but yeah, I think I pull it off alright. Thanks for Hey! Are you trying to distract me? Issue 1 ends with Zim and Gur flying off into space, but luckily for Dib, the writers didn't forget that he still has Tack's old ship. Oh, God bless you, continuity. Issue 2 begins with Zim messaging the Tallest, who naturally don't want to hear from him. In fact, it seems they don't even remember him. My Tallest, we're receiving a transmission from Invader ZIM. Invader who? I don't remember. The guy who sends us the space donuts? No, that's Invader Jim. So who's... My Tallest! Oh, right, him. He's not dead?
Zim, You're alive?
Computer, is there any way you can, track Zim's ship proton signature or something? Zim's ship is made from garbage and is practically farting its way across the galaxy. So yes, I can track it, I just don't want to. Oh, because I hate you. A real mature computer. You know what I hate? Mankind being destroyed by insane alien invaders, so I'm trying to stop that. Zim escaped out of here to do something horrible. I need your help to find him, but your bad attitude isn't helping. Sorry, but despite your tampering, this is still Tak's ship, and I'm still based on her personality. So I'll do what you ask, but don't have to like it, or you. Oh, come on, I'm cool. The ship is able to locate where Zim has recently been, the galaxy's largest space donut.
Donuts.
Apparently this donut planet is an intergalactic tourist attraction, not really surprising. Dib tries to get info out of this clerk alien, but he won't talk until Dib buys everything in his store. Not really as a bribe or anything. He really knows nothing about Zim because he's an idiot. Dib goes to a bunch of other attraction planets that Zim has been to with similar results. The reason Zim is going to all these planets is because he's searching for an alien who has the codes for the Gigantus Array. This alien happens to be located on a planet called the Ball of Schmoop as a merch clerk. Through flashback, we're able to see that Zim got the codes quite easily out of her by buying some merch. Well, I knew sooner or later someone would believe the stories and find me. There's a reason nobody can find the Gigantus Array, Irkin. Nobody knows the jump codes that lead to it, and if I can help it, it'll stay that way. Unless you buy a bunch of stuff. Really? Neat. Wait, you told him your secrets? So, why did he blow up everything? Oh no, his little robot did that. Tried heating up a space burrito he bought in the microwave, but he was real bad at it. Do you know what you've done? You gave Zim access to whatever a Gigantus Array is. That is really irresponsible of you. Give me the jump code so I can stop him. No, you're right. I swore to protect the universe from people who would use the array for evil, and look at what I went and done. Sorry, I can't make that mistake again. So no, I can't give you the jump codes. What if I bought a shirt? Oh, yeah, okay then. You're really bad at protecting things. Everyone shows up at the Gigantus Array. Dib even manages to hit Zim's ship with some firepower. Zim and Gur survive, so Dib is going to have to chase Zim down and stop him for good. There's also this little exchange between Dib and Gur, which is really funny. After apparently 2 days of running around this thing, although to be fair, this kind of thing wasn't that uncommon in the show.
Would you please stop singing?
Dib and Zim finally confront each other face to face, and we finally learn what the Gigantus Array actually is. A giant satellite that broadcasts through the galaxy. And the reason that Zim was trying to get to it was to broadcast the embarrassing footage of Dib singing while working out earlier. So all of that time, all of that energy was spent on just simply humiliating Dib in front of the entire galaxy? Yeah, I'd say that was worth it. And the comic ends with Dib working his way back home, barely able to sleep, knowing the whole galaxy is laughing at him. So that was Invader ZIM issues 1 and 2, and yes, it is awesome. It's great to see that Jonan Vasquez and crew haven't lost their touch. The humor is on point like the show, the artwork is great. God bless you, Ricky Simons, for that, you magnificent bastard! And it's just great to catch up with these characters and what they've been doing after so long. I looked at some of the other issues after this, and I'm glad to say that Invader ZIM is finally back in business, and here's to hoping the TV movie is great. If you're a fan of the show, I highly recommend getting this comic. It's totally worth it. In fact, this comic was so good, it's going on Shelf of the Best. It's that awesome.